back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make a basket weave square. So I'm just going to get straight into it. You're going to need some DK wool. So I've just gone for Paint Box Simply DK. You're going to need a crochet hook. I've gone for 4mm with this wool, but obviously go with whatever matches your choice of wool. And you're also going to need some scissors. So this pattern, it can be used for any size of basketware panel that you want to make. I am making a square today, and it's actually going to be a small square. So if you're watching this in relation to my rectangle of squares cushion, this is the size square that you're going to make. A general rule of thumb with the basket weave is that you do any multiple of 8 stitches plus 7. So obviously I'm just doing one small square, so for this one you just need to do 8 chains and 7, so 15 in total. So we're just going to start by putting our yarn onto the hook with a slip knot, and then we're just going to chain up 15. So this, as I say, is just for the small square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now my ball's snagging again. 13, 14, 15. I know you probably could chain this up a lot quicker if you're more advanced. I'm trying to go a bit slower so that people who are maybe of more beginners level can see what I'm doing. So there you go, you've got your 15 squares. I will get my words right one of these tutorials. 15 chains, and we're just going to go and do a double crochet, which is a US term. I'll pop in the UK equivalent down below, and we're going to do a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So if you can see, that's 1, 2, 3. We're going to do it into that stitch there. So yarn over. This is just going over what your double crochet is again. 1, 2, 3, and into that stitch there, that chain. We're going to yarn over again, pull that yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Our first double crochet there. So if you double crochet all the way across that chain, you're going to end up with 14 double crochet. So if you want to pause the video here and carry on double crocheting along, and then I will meet you back at the end of this chain. Across the chain and done our double crochets, and this is what it should look like. So we're now going to turn our work, and we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now the next stitch we're going to do is a post double crochet. Now there's 2 types. You can either have front post or back post. So we're going to be starting with a front post double crochet. And with a post double crochet, whereas you would normally be putting your hook, let me try and show you without the yarn on. Whereas you'd normally put the hook into the top of the stitch, this is the top here where it forms this V shape. If you can see that, if it's focusing. I'm afraid the light's playing games again today because I sit in a window and it loves to come in and out behind the clouds. So yeah, whereas you'd normally put it through here, that's like your top of your stitch. We're actually, if we look at the work side on, these are your posts here. So we're going to be working through and around the posts. So put your yarn on. Obviously you've done your chain 2. So we're going to yarn over to start with, to start our double crochet like we always do. We're going to go in from the front for a front post double crochet. Go through to the back and swing your hook around that post. You see, so this is the post here, so it's now in front of our hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull the yarn straight through there. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So the ending is just the same as a normal double crochet. It's just that you've worked it into the front of that post instead of into the top stitch. And we're going to do 3 more of these for this part. So I'll demonstrate again. Yarn over your hook into the gap and around the back of the post. So the post is in front of your hook for a front post double crochet. I'm going to yarn over and pull through and finish off as usual. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm just going to do 2 more front post double crochet for this section. You should do 2 more as well for this square. There we go. So, excuse me, I'm going to call this a set of stitches. So if you hear me refer to sets, then that's what I'm talking about. So we've done a set of front post double crochet, which in this case is 4. For this second section, we're going to be doing 4 back post double crochet. So as you can imagine, it's actually the same as the front post. It's just we're going to be working from the back. So instead, we yarn over as usual. But instead of going front to back like that, we're going to come around the back of the work and come into the front here and back there. So this post is now at the back of our work. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and again just finish off as a normal double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So as you can see, if you can see the difference there, the front post double crochets kind of stand in front of the work, you can see there, and whereas the back post double crochets go behind what is our double crochet stitches on this row. So I'm just going to demonstrate that again. Yarn over, go from behind your work and come through here and go in front of that post there. This is the back of your work. Yarn over and pull through, and again yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there you go, you've got 2 now, 2 back post double crochet. So for this section we're just going to do 2 more like we did with the first one. So I'm just doing 1 and 2. And obviously if I am going a little bit quick for you, I am sorry. Just feel free obviously to go back and watch that step again. So as you can see now for this square, for the second row so far, we've got a set of front post double crochet, and now we've got a set of back post double crochet. So for the last 4, we're going to do 1 more set of front post double crochet. So again, remember to come in, don't forget to yarn over first and come in from the front with your front post. Okay, and we're just going to do 4 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to finish the row off, we are just going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, and we're actually working into the top of that post here just to finish that row off. So half double crochets, if you're not aware, you yarn over and put your hook through. Sorry, can you see that? Yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. It just goes straight through like that, and that's a half double. And that finishes row 2 of our basket weave square. So we're going to turn our work again, and we're going to chain 2 again. Eventually you'll get the idea of these, and it's quite easy to build it up because it just kind of goes in a bit of a pattern. Now what we've got is 1 layer of, say, our first basket weave square, and we want to kind of build that layer up. So if I turn it round for you, these were front posts, the last set of stitch we did with front posts, but when you turn the work, obviously they look like back posts, and they technically are from this side, but you want to do the same again so it looks the same on the other side. So whereas you finished with front post double crochets, you will start with back post double crochets to create the same stitch. So we'll do 4 of these now. I'm just going to work through this layer for you and the beginning of the second, and then I will catch up a bit later on because it will be a bit easier to understand what we're trying to achieve. And you don't need me rabbiting on at you for 40 odd minutes. So we have done another set now of back post double crochet. So what I've done there, as you can see, I've done back posts, but see when you turn around you've got another set of front posts there. So that is completing our first, what you'd get as a corner square on the big square that we're doing. So then, as these ones here are front posts, you're going to do another set of front posts to match that, because we can actually see that it is front posts. If you did a set of back posts here, for example, back post double crochets, it wouldn't match, so it would look like a separate layer, whereas we want to build on the layer that we've first completed. There you go. So as you've got like a square now of back post double crochets on this side. This would be classed as your wrong side. So in abbreviations, that's WS, wrong side. And so to finish off this row, as you can probably guess, we're going to do another set of back post double crochets to match what's there. I'm just going to do 4 again. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And just to finish again, you need to kind of look for this last post, or sometimes it'll end up being your chain from the row before, and you want to do your half double crochet again into the top of there just to finish off that row. Have I gone in? Sometimes I can't find the stitch, especially if it is a chain stitch. It's just, there we go. So we're just doing the half double crochet there. So that's our row 3, sorry, of our basket weave, and that's completed the first layer, as what I would call a layer. So you've got you know, back, front, back, and as I say, if you now turn your work again for the next row, as you can see on this side, this is classed as your right side with the front posts in the corners. You've got front post, back post, front post. So what we try and do to make it look like the basket weave effect is, for the next 2 rows you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to have a section of back posts here, a section of front posts, and a section of back posts. So we're now going to do, for this row, 4 back post double crochet, 4 front post double crochet, 4 back post double crochet, and finish with a half double crochet in the last post. So I'm going to let you pause the video here, and I'll meet you back at the end of this 4th row. Okay, so I've got now to the end of row 4. So as you can see the difference, now we've got 4 back post double crochets, 4 front post. So you can see there's that slight change in appearance there, and we've gone for 4 back posts again on this side. So again, for row 5 we're going to turn and chain 2, and we're going to do the same as what we did in row 3 now, where we just repeat what we've done. So this row will be 4 front posts, 4 back posts, 4 front posts and a half double crochet. So I'm just going to go through that row and I'll meet you back at the end of row 5. Right, so we've got to the end of that row, and so now you can see we've got another layer formed. So we've got a section of front post, back post and front post, which is built up our second layer. So we've just got 2 layers left to go, actually 2 rows to complete this little square. So we're going to turn our work again, and don't forget obviously your chain 2. Your chain 2 is really important because they form obviously your end posts, which is what holds the structure of the square together. And we're just going to now repeat the first 2 rows that we did. So we're going to be doing front post, back post, front post for this row and a half double crochet. So yet again, I'll let you pause it here and I'll meet you back at the end. And there we are, that completes the penultimate row. So as I said, we have the same as what we did in row 2, 4 front posts, 4 back posts, 4 front posts. So to complete the final layer, we're going to turn the work again, chain 2, and complete the final layer of the square, not the final row. We do have one more row after this, but it isn't back posts or front posts. So we're just going to do this final section for this layer, which is going to be chain 2, 4 back posts, 4 front posts and 4 back posts and a half double crochet at the end. So one more time, pause the video here and I'll meet you back at the end of this row. Okay, and that has now completed the final layer of this square. So this is the wrong side. We're just going to turn for the last row back round. So as you can see, this is the right side for this square. So all 4 corners have front post double crochets in. So that's what I would class as the right side. So for the final row, we're just going to chain 1. Working underneath that chain, we're going to just single crochet across the top. Just to finish off so it looks neater. If you wanted to, you could probably go around the whole square, working, you could work 2 single crochets into the post ends if you wanted to, and work your way back round to the top. I'm just going to do across the top for the sake of this tutorial, and also for the Basketweave squares that are in my rectangle of squares cushion pattern. If you are following this tutorial for that pattern, it's been lovely to have you along. When you get to the end here, you're just gonna fasten that off. There we go. It doesn't want to cut, does it? There you go. And just pull. Right, so there we go. That is your finished mini basket weave square. You can make it any size you want, as I say, as long as you follow the rule of doing your chain as a multiple of 8 and plus 7 at the end. This one, as I say, was just one multiple of 8 plus 7, 15 chains. And if you're following, because of the rectangle of squares pattern, this is the size of the squares you'll be doing, and you'll need to make 40 of these as it states. So thank you very much for watching. You can find my rectangle of squares pattern over on my Etsy store. I am MadeLovinglyByEmma over there. So go and check that out if you're interested. I'm going to pop a picture of the cushion at the end of this video just to show you what I'm referring to if you're not sure what I'm talking about in this tutorial. But that is a basket weave square. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.